Today, we're going to look at some of the fundamentals of our income taxes. I have two quick topics to go over today. And the first one is many of my students, they come out and tell me that they are paying too much taxes. Actually, we are paying too much taxes nowadays. So we're going to find out whether that is true or not. Are we really paying too much taxes? And to give us a sort of hint or heads up, actually the answer is both yes and no. And we will find out in just a few moments as to why. The second topic I want to discuss is this always beneficial or disadvantageous to work too much overtime? Because if you work overtime, again, that means you're making more money. And the way our system tax structures make up is the more income you have, then it will put you in a higher bracket. So is there a break-even point? So we're going to take a look at that and see what the answer is. Someone might know the answer already. That means whether it's worth it to work overtime. Will the extra income be taken up with the extra taxes you have to pay? It might be a point of diminishing return. So we will take a look. All right, here we go. As now you can see on the PowerPoint, the graph, the chart that I have, this is the historic tax brackets of our American tax system. So this is the marginal tax percentages. That means the highest tax rate. So currently, about 2021, it doesn't go that far. It's not updated. It goes to 2019. So right now, our tax bracket, the maximum top bracket, is a little bit under 40%, like 36, 37%. But if you go back historically, all the way back to World War II, 1945 or so, as you can see at that time, the bracket is more than 90%, maybe 93% or so. That means for every dollar you made, you only can keep $6. The government will take away like $93. So, and also during the Korean War, the 1950s, it's almost like 90% also. So really in the past, the rates are much, much higher than what we have currently. So now it's about 40%, not quite 40. Back in the 1940s and the 1950s, it was more than double, like over 90%. So that's why I said earlier that the answer, that means are we paying too much taxes now? The answer is both yes and no. So actually, currently it's not even 40%, the top bracket. The lower bracket is only at 10%. So the answer is no. So we are not paying too much taxes compared to the old days. So the second part of the answer, I say yes. So compared to the old days, I actually got this backwards. Sorry. So actually, are we paying too much taxes? Based on the current days, the answer is yes. So we are paying quite a bit of taxes, almost one half. But historically, based on the historical rates, the answer is no, because the rate we're paying 40% now is less than one half of what we used to pay. So that's why I said earlier that the answer is both yes and no. So we can complain that we're paying too much taxes now, but actually it's not, because in the old days, our grandparents or great grandparents are paying much, much higher rates. All right, so that is the answer to the first part of the question. Now I'll put forth another chart or table. So the second question that we want to address today is too much overtime put us in a higher bracket. And the answer is actually also yes and no. So our tax rate, as you can see from here, is a progressive system. So the lowest rate is 10%. I said it a bit earlier. The highest currently under Trump is 37%. So, but the top marginal tax bracket, the 37% won't kick in until your income's over almost 500,000. So even so, when the 37% top bracket kicks in, it only applies to the income that's over $523,600. The rest of your income up to that point is still taxed at a lower tax bracket. So again, the answer is yes and no. So if you work too much overtime, you make more money, it will put you in a higher bracket. So the answer is yes. But however, the previous so-called, let's say, non-overtime income, it is still taxed at a lower rate. So going back to the example again, looking at the table, so we can see that 37% bracket does not kick in until your income's over $123,600. So that means if you work overtime, you just make an extra $1. So let's say your income now will become $523,601. So now you will be in the 37% bracket. But however, since the 37% bracket on the price of income over $523,600, so only the extra $1 will be taxed at 37%. The initial $523,600 will still be taxed at 10%, 12%, 22, 24, 32, and 35%. So actually, it is okay. So the answer is, if you work overtime, yeah, true. Yes, it will put in a higher bracket. But no, it will not penalize you that much because only the extra income in the next bracket will apply to the extra income in that next bracket. All right, so it is okay. So if the company offers you more overtime work and you have nothing else better to do, you need the extra income, that's fine. I mean, actually, if you pay more taxes, that means you're making more money, so it's okay. All right. Okay, that will be it for now. Bye bye now.